the Urban Binge Radio Podcast,
where we discuss viral topics, hot jams, new artists, fun, and informative interviews and conversations. This is your news stop for the hottest trend in urban culture news. 2 shows, 1 podcast, The Urban Binge Show and Sunday Flow Show powered by The Urban Binge.
the Urban Binge Radio Podcast. Listen anywhere podcast can be heard.
Haters like, am I going to hell for the things that I could wear? I ain't gonna hide my blessings when I know it's made a way. I'ma sweat it out. Gotta keep my hands high. Hollywood shine. Thank God for what I got. Let's go. This is my Sunday. Gotta thank them for what I got. This is my Sunday.
Projections and the letdowns. Now it's hard to make it through the crowd. 'Cause I'm established. They know I'm established. You know I'm established.
Yeah, this is a lace front I got on. Straight up lace fronting it up. Lace front, bitch. Lace front. Get your lace today. I'm just on shit. It's not a lace front. This is my real hair, not a lace front. Okay, this is not a lace front. This is my real shit. Okay. But anyway, welcome back everybody to Rico Live Thoughts. Okay, I am Rico Bellucci of Rico Live Thoughts, and I appreciate everybody for coming to tune in. Never not tuning in, always tuning in, always coming back for more. Stop relying on people. I have to learn that. I rely on people, and when I do it on my own, I shock the hell out of myself when I do it right. But if you do fuck up or if you do mess up, it's not that serious. It's not the end of the world that you messed up or that you didn't know what you were doing. Yeah, I don't see. This is what I have to deal with all the time. I don't want a bitch like that. I want a bitch that keep me in check. I despise a weak bitch. If you can't keep me in check, then we're probably not meant to be together. Well, me being an Aquarius, it's hard to keep me in check. Is that what you're trying to say? Anyway, so there's a couple of things, like you guys know, when I do these shows, I don't really do a lot of topics. There's just a few topics that I just cannot not come on here and talk about. That's really bothering me. Now, my last Rico Live Thoughts, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Like, I got like 1,000 views on that, which is not a lot to, here, Jay, to people that are more popular, who have more popular pages. It's probably not a lot. It's probably like, whatever. But to me, that is quite a bit, because I don't get those type of views. Don't let Jody go potty. Do not let him go potty. I don't get those type of views. So to get something like that is pretty good for me. So I'm very grateful for everybody that came and tuned in to my last Rico Live Thoughts. I really appreciate that. I really thank you guys so much. I do want to talk about a few things that are hard to not talk about. Really just grind my gears. Make sure you guys follow me everywhere. Everywhere you can follow me on social media is at the Urban Binge. That's on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and anywhere else you type in the Urban Binge, and there we are. You can also listen to us on the podcast. The Urban Binge Radio Podcast. Listen to us everywhere podcasts can be heard. Make sure you guys follow, hit that thumbs up, and hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell while you're watching this. Please hit the thumbs up. Don't be coming over here not hitting that thumbs up. Please hit the thumbs up. And again, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I be smoking some good shit. Like my girlfriend, my wife being a transgender, it's so many men out here who have baby mamas, wives who are living a heterosexual straight lifestyle, but you know, are very attracted to transgenders. And transgenders are, now that my partner is transgender, I'm beginning to see the popularity amongst heterosexual men with trans women. They are very popular, and these heterosexual men really like trans. So with that being said, they give Jay really good weed for really low cost. And not only that, like sometimes it's free and it's just unbelievable. I don't know if Jay is sucking some dick for it, if Jay bending over touching her toes for it or what, but whatever's happening, we're getting some good shit, and I love it. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, and excuse my slow tone and my spotty talking as in and all that shit. One of the things that I want to talk about, the very first thing that I wanted to discuss, is outrage over Yara Shahidi's, I think I'm saying her name right, Yara Shahidi's role in the new Peter Pan movie. So a lot of people are really disgusted at the fact that they made Yara Shahidi Tinkerbell, which I don't find an issue at all. I don't understand why people are getting upset. I think that people are upset because you don't know that it's Yara Shahidi unless they zoom in, unless they really make it, you know, more prominently known that it is Yara Shahidi, because you can say starring Yara Shahidi and you don't even know what the fuck she is if they don't put the spotlight on her during the movie, which they are more than likely going to do that, because this movie is about Peter Pan, and Peter Pan's right-hand person was I think, what's the girl named Wendy, but the other person was Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell was always with Peter Pan, right, Jay? Am I wrong? I've never seen Peter Pan.
She's the hero, he's the sidekick.
Right. Oh damn. So that's why I need Jay in on these conversations sometimes. So I didn't know that. So Peter Pan is the sidekick, but Peter Pan gets the notoriety as if Peter Pan is the popular one in the story. So Peter Pan is the secondary.
Keeps him young, it allows him to fly.
Talk louder. Her fairy magic is what keeps him young and what allows him to fly. So it's her that causes his supernatural to work.
Right.
Wow. Okay. So does he make wishes with her like Timmy Turner? No. Okay. So he does not make wishes with her like Timmy Turner. Okay. I noticed they fly over a lot of water. Can she part the sea like Moses? So Jay said that I have to see Peter Pan. She's gonna force me to see Peter Pan. She said I have to see Peter Pan. Like I have seen the books and stuff, but I've never watched the movie. I've never even watched the Jungle Book movie. I've seen Aristocats.
Raven-Symoné was actually iridescent. So
Here go Jay. She keep calling Raven-Symoné, y'all, because Raven corrected everybody in one interview recently, and now Jay keeps saying Symoné.
there's always an accent mark.
There has, but y'all, we know her as Simone, so can we just keep it Simone? But I guess it is Symoné. She said it's Symoné, so I guess she want us to get it right in 2024, baby. 2023. I moved us up a year. So I gotta watch Tinkerbell and Peter Pan. But y'all need to understand, like Jay said, that goes to what I'm about to say. Yara Shahidi is Tinkerbell. So with Yara Shahidi being Tinkerbell, doesn't that mean that she becomes didn't Tinkerbell get a bunch of spinoffs? Like, from my understanding, she had a lot of books. Tinkerbell had a lot of that were without Peter Pan.
Tinkerbell and the Lost Treasure, Tinkerbell and the Great Fairy Rescue, the Pixie Hollows.
Tinkerbell has made she's made features in Mickey Mouse movies and stuff without Peter Pan. She's made features in movies without, and she also used to be the logo for Disney thing, not the logo, but do like this. Didn't she used to do this over the house or something? Didn't she used to do this? Oh, on the eye. Okay, right. So Tinkerbell is very popular at Disney, a very signature character for Disney, like Mickey Mouse is, Minnie and Daffy, Minnie and Daisy, not too much, but Mickey and Tinkerbell and that castle, stuff like that. Those are big signs or characters for
Tinker Fairy. She builds stuff. So
she's a Tinker Fairy. So y'all don't understand, if y'all keep having outrage and being upset at the fact that she is Tinkerbell, somebody so small who y'all think is so insignificant because she's so small, y'all gonna fuck around and fuck up this girl opportunities to become the next big Disney star, because she could continue on in these Tinkerbell stories. And of course, if Peter Pan is like, y'all know, I don't know how to explain the type of animations, but I call it, and a lot of people do, Chronicles of Narnia type of animations, type of movie is what Peter Pan is given. It's going to be like Harry Potter type of fantasy type shit. Imagine what Yara Shahidi movie may look like later, when she's Tinkerbell on down the line, and they continue to create these different, branches of Tinkerbell movies. That would be a great look for a mixed race Tinkerbell. I think that would be great. So stop with the fucking madness, okay? Y'all don't know where Yara is gonna go. That's why she had to put out a statement like, hold the fuck up now. Don't fuck my shit up, because y'all are fucking outraged and mad. I love where I'm at. Let me be Tinkerbell. That's the best person they could have made me. I don't want to be Wendy. No, I'm Tinkerbell, and that's who the fuck I am. So listen to what Yara is saying in her Instagram post and follow up with that, because we don't want to fuck up her chances for being the next big Disney character. You know what I'm saying? Like Anika Noni Rose. She is forever, although her face was not on Princess and the Frog, she's forever going to be known now as Disney's last princess. Disney's last and only black princess. Full black, okay? Pocahontas, they said not a princess, but they should go ahead and make her a princess, okay? A Native American princess, right? You know what? I got to go back and watch Pocahontas, because I don't even remember that movie. I don't even remember. I have to go back and watch it now. Now that I'm so into my ancestry, and I've been so into all of that, and I found out I am Cherokee Indian, and think Creek Indian, I need to go back and I want to watch Pocahontas, because Jay explained to me that Pocahontas was about, the natives coming over and all that. So I would love to see that and see what that's all about. Y'all need to get into y'all ancestry and get into y'all shit. Make sure y'all fill out the census when the census come around. For real, I'm very into that shit. But anyway, let me move on to what I came here for. Anyway, make sure y'all check out the Tinkerbell movie coming soon. You see what I'm saying? How they'll film a movie and nobody will never know that they're filming this movie. This movie had to have been filmed during Haley was filming her movie. Pretty sure it was filmed around the same time. Anyway, make sure y'all check that out too. Haley, the first black mermaid. The next thing I came here to talk about is the subway bullies of New York City, okay? So there was this young guy, young black man who was recently riding the train home from his New York school, and that's what they do up here. Typically, when you catch the train around the 1:30 to 5 p.m. mark, you're going to see, maybe 4:30, you're going to see children with backpacks from elementary school to high school students and even college students. Most times in New York City, college students stay around the college. They're not really on the trains, but you do see some college students, and you will see a lot of working class people with suits and stuff mixed in with these children who are getting out of school and these parents who are trying to make it home for their children. And other part-time workers and stuff like that getting off work. So that's what's mixed in. But just imagine having a whole bunch of kids bombard the train station, loud, unruly, no parents around, and you're standing there and they're just loud as fuck, doing things that you wouldn't even let your children do, smoking on the platform, cussing like hell, got their music blasting recklessly, okay, not giving a fuck that the police is telling them not to jump the gate, go back, all of that is for New Yorkers. This is why they shut the fuck up and continue walking. A motherfucker could be getting stabbed up, and New Yorkers they're gonna just keep walking, and no one will help that person. That's just what they do. You may get a person or two that may have a concerned look, a concerned face. Every now and again, these people will team up and jump on a person, but for the most part, no one does anything. They continue walking and mind their fucking business. For the most part, it seemed like these New Yorkers are very paranoid. After 9/11, it seemed like that fucked them all up. That kind of made all of them paranoid, and other things that has happened up here seems to have made them very paranoid. Most of the people here are paranoid as hell, constantly thinking someone is out to get them or going to slight them in some type of way. And it's just nerve-wracking. It's like, oh my God, it's like everybody here. And you adapt to that type of thing when you're here and you're hanging with certain people, or you're talking to these people and they're talking in your ear all the time. You end up, kind of sort of adapting to the way these people are. And that's so unfortunate. But some of these things, some stuff that happened here in New York City can really give you, okay, you know what? This is why they're paranoid. This young man, Sheree Shepherd was the first one to post it. That's how I saw it. And then it just skyrocketed from there. Everybody started posting it. But this young man is autistic, and he was beat up by a bunch of kids calling him nigger alert, n-word alert, screaming that. And they just beat him, profusely, right? They just nonstop beating this boy and taking turns beating his ass.
Arrest has been made in connection with a disturbing subway assault on a teen who has autism.
CBS 2's Jenna DeAngelis just spoke with the victim's mother.
Disturbing videos which have surfaced on social media show a teenager being dragged by his sweatshirt on and off a subway train. Hateful language can be heard in the background as a group of teens repeatedly punch the 15-year-old. It's not clear what happened before or after the videos were recorded. We spoke with his mother over the phone, who says she can't bring herself to watch them.
And I'm not saying put yourself at risk. Okay, if you feel like your safety is going to be at risk, pick up a phone to call. Don't pick up a phone to film.
His mother says her son has autism and she doesn't think he fully understood what was going on.
Like, he's definitely super smart and articulate. But in this situation, I just don't think that he understands how big of a deal, like, this was something that should have never freaking happened.
It happened at this subway station at West 181st Street and Fort Washington Avenue Friday around 5:30 p.m. That's where outraged community members held a rally Tuesday.
Our youth is screaming for help right now, and we have to, as a community, figure out how to resolve this.
Police released photos of 3 people wanted for assault. Sources say so far, a 14-year-old boy was arrested, charged as a juvenile, and released to his parents with a date to appear in court. We're told cops have identified the other teens in the video who are still being sought.
I understand the police made at least 1 arrest. How do you feel about that?
I feel even better when all of them are apprehended. But I just want them to understand, when you do something, there are consequences to your actions. You don't just go around beating people.
She says her son needed stitches but is healing, and she's grateful for support from the NYPD and the community. In Washington Heights, Jenna DeAngelis, CBS 2 News.
Now, we are told that the NYPD Hate Crimes Task Force was notified because of the racial slurs heard in the video. Sources say, though, that a review of the footage determined the statement was made by someone off camera and not the attackers.
And his mom did an interview over the phone. She's highly pissed off. Charges have been made, or 3 charges. Charges have been taken out on 3 of the kids or 5 of the kids, so they will be charged. But mom wants everybody involved, which I agree. The problem here is these kids should be in trouble. Their parents should be in trouble in some way. And this mother should also be taught a lesson. Do not allow your kids, and everybody in New York City, don't allow your kids to just ride the train unless you don't give a fuck. You should have some type of deep concern that you figure something out, or go to the Board of Education, or go somewhere and force these people to give you some type of funds for taxi rides or something for your child to go back and forth to school safely. It is unsafe for your child to be riding single-handedly along on the train by themselves up here in New York City, especially being in middle school or elementary. But that is the norm here. These kids constantly ride the train on their own, and no one is there to help them if something happened like this. If it's a bunch of kids jumping on one person, a single old person or a single human may feel, or a single adult may feel like that's too much for me to handle. I can't tackle all these kids and get them off this one kid, then I get my ass beat, you know. So now I'm calling the cops. We're in the basement of New York City, basically, because that's where the train system is, and we have to wait on a cop who should already be stationed at every train station to come down here and help this situation. When these kids get out of school, cops should be at every train station that is known for children to ride through, like this being the kids. New York City, from Atlanta to New York City, I would say New York City patrol officers, the officers that are on the street in police clothing, not the detectives, not undercovers, because they do a good job of that up here. FBI, undercover, detective, investigative work, all of that can be very good. But when it comes down to patrol officers who are patrolling, going to housing incidents, going to incidents on the street and stuff like that, no, they're full of shit. Traffic officers, shirt untucked, on their cell phone all the time, not paying attention. But in Atlanta, I take those officers a lot more serious. You'll never catch an Atlanta officer with his shirt untucked and looking sloppy as fuck and too fat to even run and catch a motherfucker. It'll never happen. But here you have disabled officers, which is fine to be inclusive, but what can they do when they're that big or disabled and can't even chase someone down, and the only one here on this block? It's not cool, and that's New York City. So some of the kids have been charged. They beat up the little boy, and all I can say is don't let your child ride the train by themselves. That's what it comes down to. Don't let the child ride the train by themselves. Okay? My child is autistic, and you think I would ever do that? I don't even see that in New York City, in Atlanta. Growing up in Atlanta, I didn't see children riding the trains by themselves, especially not the entire school. Like, an entire half of the school is riding the damn trains up here. And I just be like, oh my God, that's dangerous. And I guess they feel like if it's a bunch of them going to one neighborhood, then somebody gonna help somebody. But that's not always the case. This mother should have known better to send her autistic son on the train. Okay, you sent your autistic son on the train and didn't think enough to say somebody may fuck with him, because especially him being autistic. I'm not saying he did anything, but if he did, because he's autistic and they don't understand how to deal with autism, then that would be mom's fault for sending him on the train, and that would be their mom's fault for raising hyenas and not human beings. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say to that. I'm not gonna put my daughter on the train. It'll never happen, no matter how long we live in New York City. She'll never be on the train from school. I'll never allow that to be the case. Never. She'll never get on the train from school. Anyway, let's move on. Lord have mercy. Let's move on to this. Joe Exotica, okay? Joe Exotica, the Tiger King, has announced his bid for the 2024 presidential run. Now, I don't know what the fuck this motherfucker is thinking. I don't know how he think he gonna be able to do a presidential run for 2024, but this is what he's saying. He's gonna do a presidential run for 2024. Joe Exotica is serving a federal sentence of 21 years for various offenses, okay? The Netflix star was convicted for his role in the murder for hire plot against big cat activist Carol Baskin. Carol Baskin is the lady who supposedly fed her husband to the lions and the animals in their hometown zoo or something like that. Her husband was the tiger guy, the guy who could deal with tigers and was like a tiger whisperer. And so that was her husband. She was left with everything, and they claim she chopped his body up and she fed the body to the lions. Well, that has never been found to be true or not. The lady was found not guilty. The lady has never gone to jail, but their nemesis, her and her husband had a nemesis who was Joe Exotica, and he's also considers himself a tiger whisperer, a lion whisperer, a gorilla whisperer, George of the jungle. But he tried to have Carol Baskin murdered. He had some people hired, and he had them set her up and try to murder her and get paid for the murder. The ex-zoo owner's offenses included 19 counts of wildlife violations, including the Endangered Species Act and the Lacey Act. You guys have to Google that yourself. The Endangered Species Act is what he was charged with, and the Lacey Act is what he was charged with. Joe Exotic says this may sound like a joke, but he is dead ass serious about exercising his constitutional right, and he hopes to debate against Joe Biden and presidential candidate for 2024, Donald fucking Orange Trump. So yeah, that's kind of crazy. I want to know what everybody thinks. Comment below and tell me what you think about that. Joe Exotica running for president, and how the fuck can a person run for president in prison, but a motherfucker who gets out of prison and is deemed a felon can't? I'm totally confused, or am I fucking tripping or something? Or did I take this serious and this is like an early April Fool's joke or something? Like, I'm totally baffled and confused about how he runs for president all of a sudden. Anyway, so yeah, he's gonna be running for president, and I can't believe Donald Trump will be too. I think that it'll be best for Biden, if he wins, to drop out and give it to Kamala. Please give it to Kamala. Okay, we can't take any more of Biden. He's so sleepy. Biden is so sleepy. Oh my God, he's so sleepy, Biden. He probably would never invite me to the White House with my mouth. Anyway,
sure if I got a blowjob from a guy before.
You're sure that's happened?
Yeah.
And you just don't remember?
I mean,
you're saying you're not committing to it, but you're saying you're sure it happened.
For sure.
But you don't have a specific memory of it.
Like, I don't know if it's gay unless you like make eye contact while there's the blowjob.
That's such a straight guy thing to say.
But it's, I mean, getting a blowjob is not that gay, I think.
I don't know. You tell me.
Wait, what were we about to talk about?
We were talking about Bill Clinton.
Diplo. I don't know if Diplo is a rapper, a singer, a producer, a DJ. What the fuck is Diplo? But I think he's a rapper. Diplo billed and he questioned his own sexuality. He was like, you know what? Am I gay? I got head from a guy with Rachel Waderskuski or some lady. I forgot her name. But she was like, he was like, am I gay? Like, I got head from a guy. I don't know if I'm gay or if I'm just you know, straight and just a guy who got hit from a guy. You know, white girls are like, oh, you're good, you're not gay. That's something a straight guy would think, that they're gay because he got hit from a guy. You know, white girls are with that shit. A black bitch is like, nigga, you gay. You ain't sticking that shit in me. You don't stick that shit in that nigga mouth. But it's a lot of girls secretly still would fuck. No matter what, they'll still fuck secretly. So I'm totally not surprised if she still you know, would fuck Diplo, which, you know, she probably would. But Diplo, no, it's not gay. I would say it's not gay to get head from a guy, because listen, you don't have to really indulge or pay attention with who it is giving you head. You know what I'm saying? You don't really have to necessarily know. You don't ever have to touch their head. You don't have to touch their body. You don't have to touch their face or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? You can just assume that this is a girl that's sucking my dick. You know what I'm saying? So I can completely understand him feeling like, am I gay or am I not? No, I would say you're not gay. Because what is the difference in a pussy and an asshole? Is that it's a pussy and an asshole. But what is the difference in a tongue or teeth or a mouth? You know what I'm saying? It's all the same to me, you know. And I know a lot of people probably like, yeah, that's how y'all gay boys be getting these straight boys. No, that's how these straight boys be getting these gay boys, bitch.
Faggot, okay? Faggot got me feeling like a damn faggot.
Okay. And I'm only saying that to the bitches who wore the shoe and it fit, okay? But if you didn't wear the shoe and it fit, then I ain't talking to you. And also, when I say bitch, y'all know what I mean. I'm a gay guy. If you mad at that, y'all gotta go, because that's just what I say. But you know, maybe someone will enlighten me on why I should not just tell me I shouldn't do it, but maybe enlighten me. And I'm always open for change, always totally open for change. And I'm always willing to apologize for what I did wrong. If I do something wrong or I offend anyone, I don't want to offend anybody purposely. Anyway, no, Diplo, you're not gay if you got that dick sucked by a boy. And if you keep doing it, you're still not gay. You should keep doing it. It'll be great. Jay would love to suck it. Anyway, Jussie lying ass Smollett. I really like Jussie. I love Jussie. He was my guy. I love Jussie. But after he came out with these lies, y'all know, just like a lot of people, I'm not the only one, was completely turned off. It's like he can't tell the truth to save his life, and it's like he told this lie, and I'm not gonna let up off the lie. I have to continue to dig into this hole and dig into this hole that I've built myself. This bed that I've laid here, I have to continue to make it up every day and sleep in this shit, and make it up and sleep in this shit, make it up and sleep in this shit. And it's so unfortunate that he doesn't feel like he can just fuck the bed and say fuck it all, set the shit on fire, and reverse his entire thing. Take his time in jail. Take your little time in jail and completely redeem yourself. But right now, people know that you're lying. It's too many people with the spirit of discernment that know when a motherfucker is lying. This is not going to work on them. You think this is going to work on motherfuckers. It's not going to work on them. It's not going to work. You have to understand that. Hold on. Anyway, I think that Jussie Smollett he should have just shut the fuck up the first time. I don't understand why he felt the need to keep letting this thing go on and on and on. I mean, literally, all he had to do was let it go. And we weren't thinking about it anymore. But no, he want to keep lying and my innocence, and I'm innocent, and we're lying the entire fucking time. So yeah. Anyway, Jussie Smollett, new documentary on Fox Soul. He has a new documentary about him on Fox Soul. It's not he has one, but they have one.
We were the ones that did it.
Yeah, it was us.
Everyone's talking about it.
I thought Jussie Smollett's performance when he gave the interview to Robin Roberts was masterful.
I think he shed a tear.
People then retweeted these articles as truth. Nancy Pelosi, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden.
Jussie Smollett was attacked in a racist, homophobic attack by members of the MAGA movement.
I know that this did not go down how Jussie is saying.
And now I have to go down here and talk about a black man who had a noose around his neck and made the whole thing up.
I think that he was looking for that civil rights martyrdom.
I would not be my mother's son. I was capable of one drop of what I've been accused of.
This dude crazy, man.
And I totally believe these boys. Like I said, not everybody is stupid. Some people have the spirit of discernment, and their discernment works, okay? And people know that Jussie Smollett is lying, no matter what. And I hate it because I'm friends with people who are friends with him, and I see them posting with him out to dinners, known to him. Taraji P. Henson, because of that, I posted the video a video saying that he's a liar, and she got up some bench. I'm not gonna hold GP Henson can say all day. But if she don't, her discernment is off, and she need to pray about it. She know he lying. He just scared to go to jail. He damn lying, and everybody know he damn lying, and don't nobody want to associate with his lying ass, because he a goddamn lie. You know damn well they even got the proof that he's a liar, and he don't give a fuck. He gonna continue to lie and live in that shit. And I think that's totally ridiculous, and I think he should be canceled from the industry, especially if he can't just turn this thing around and be truthful and honest. Do a lie detector test. How about that, Jussie? You and the boys do a lie detector test, and let's see what happens then. Let's see who comes out truthful. I guarantee you, Jussie Smollett will be the liar. Somebody pay him enough that he'll do it. Not $1 million, $25,000. He might do it. That's some good money to make him do a lie detector test and put that content out. That's some good content for a good amount for Jussie Smollett. That is going to blow the fuck up, and you'll get your money back. You'll get your money's worth back. I'm telling you. Anyway, let me move on from Jussie. That's my last thing I gotta say about him. Do a damn lie detector test. It's gonna come out he's a big ass liar, and I ain't gonna feel bad for his ass. Never have I.
Any weapons or anything inside the apartment? Okay.
So I explained to them how you were going to get something in. And the reason I'm calling because it's okay.
You want to take it off or anything?
Yeah, I do. I just want to see it. There's a bleach on me.
Okay.
You're filming us, right?
Yeah, this is all being. If you want, if it's in his house.
They're filming you.
You're being audio and read.
Audio. I guess when I know when they're walking, I don't want to be filmed. Okay, so can we turn it off?
Yeah, you're giving us permission to shut it off.
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Lewis. No, I'm not staying. No. The wheels of justice turn slowly. Sometimes the hammer of justice has to fall, and it's falling right here, right now. I'm not staying this. This happens right here, right now. Charlotte? Yeah, I'll talk to you about it. I'll give you this. Okay. All right. Any other matters that come before the court today? All right. Defendants are managed to the custody sheriff. Court is adjourned.
I am not suicidal. I am not suicidal, and I am innocent. I could have said that I was guilty a long time ago.
Speaking of I do not feel bad for motherfuckers, Chrisean Rock, I see everything she's been going through. It's crazy that this boy has no remorse. I understand he's an Aquarius, I'm an Aquarius, and we can get real reckless and ugly when we feel crossed or embarrassed or tried. We can get real ugly, real cutthroat, and just straight nonchalant and straight up just, we really can. Okay, I know that about us. And we can completely act like nothing has happened after we're done going off. And that's so unfortunate for Chrisean and Blueface. Blueface is constantly tweeting out these things about his pregnant baby mama. If she's pregnant, I don't know about it. I don't think she is, but she may be. I don't think she's pregnant, but she may be. With all the stress that she's under, I hope that this baby can go a full term, 9 months, and not be premature or anything, because she's under a lot of stress. But I don't feel bad for her motherfucking ass because she decides to stay. Blueface does her like this, but she decides to stay. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I know that there are so many women and people out here who are very sensitive to women being abused, period. But pull that away, okay? This is not just that. This girl is staying in this relationship, and she can leave. She has enough money, enough notoriety, and enough people that love her, that she can walk away from this and be healed and uplifted and picked up in a complete 360. It's unfortunate that she's going through what she's going through with Blueface, but it's also unfortunate for Blueface as well. He is trying to leave her. He's trying to say he's done with her, and she's sticking around instead of just going about her business. She's also to blame when she has this many tattoos on her of his name, and he is not to blame for all those tattoos. He is not to blame for the fact that she has not gotten her teeth fixed. She said he likes it and she's going to do it. That's not something you do. Just because he likes something that makes you look dumb as fuck, that doesn't mean look dumb as fuck because he like it. No, I'm not going to look dumb as fuck. I'm going to fix my shit, and if you don't like it, I'm sorry, baby. You know what I'm saying? If you want a little gap or something, then I'll get some aesthetics done to get a gap for you, baby. But I'm not gonna keep my whole missing tooth out because that's something that you like to see or look at. Nigga, no, it's not happening. It can happen when we're in the room alone, but it's not happening otherwise. Sorry. So yeah, I blame her too. She on some dumb, stupid bitch shit too, just like him. So if I'm gonna feel bad for one, I feel bad for them both. And nobody wants to look at it like that. A lot of females don't want to look at it like that, but it is like that. He's dead ass wrong, she's dead ass wrong, and they both are pitiful, unfortunately. Pitiful. Anyway, I'm gonna move on from that. Krishan and Blueface. Blueface is fine as fuck. Let me end with that right there. Blueface is fine in the motherfucker. Okay? Tell your fine husband. I said, ha. Just talk shit. Let's move on.
Shut up, bitch. Oh, yeah. Greg, tell your fine daddy I said, ah.
Yeah! Hate that bitch.
Mimi Faust of Love and Hip Hop. She has come out recently to say that, to seemingly say, to put some little subliminals out there that possibly Drew Sidora and her ex Ty, the basketball player, I believe she's a basketball player, were supposedly fucking around. She posted a story with the song "Your Girl's a Muncher" or something like that.
Feeling you? That nigga a munch. Nigga either he ate it for lunch.
As if, oh, your boy's a muncher, like the motherfucker be carpet munching, like eating pussy. I want to know why I say carpet munching. Carpet munching, isn't that kind of offensive? Some girls don't like guys to say fish, but bitches can say carpet munching. I'm confused. What's the reference behind carpet munching and pussy eating or whatever? Somebody comment below and let me know, because I totally don't know. Anyway, Mimi seemingly reveals that her and her Drew Sidora and her ex are connected in some type of way that surpasses friendship. She's giving or trying to drop some tea as if it's on some pussy eating, pussy grinding, pussy bumping, cream licking type of shit. That's what it's giving.
Mimi, what is going on?
I'm gonna say this. What is done in the dark will come to the light. And I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna leave it right there. I attempted to look at some of the comments and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna say a word. What's done in the dark will come to light, period.
So I'm really not sure what Mimi means by that. She says she's gonna shut the fuck up, but what comes to the light, what's in the dark will come to the light. So maybe Ralph was sleeping with Ty and Drew, or maybe Drew and Ty were sleeping together and Ralph found out and called Mimi and told Mimi or something. I don't fucking know. But bitch, this is crazy that this would be coming out at the same time as Drew Sidora filing for divorce and Ralph filing for divorce from Drew. It's crazy that this will be coming out at the same time. So this probably has something to do with their breakup. I would not be surprised if Ralph is playing a dirty game and call Mimi to reveal to Mimi that Ty was fucking. And that may be far-fetched, I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if this has something to do with the breakup of the two.
My energy and where I'm going is, I'm so far past some fuck shit. I'm pardon my language, my followers. I'm so far past. People are allowed to do what they want to do, right or wrong. People are gonna do what they want to do. And if that's what you choose to go do, by all means, but it's gonna come out.
So let me ask you this. Has Ralph reached?
We're almost done. I wanted to leave us with, I always like to be inspirational. But, you know what? Me being in this relationship with Jay, I love Jay so much. When I first met Jay, and I talked about this before, Jay was into witchcraft and doing Wicca and things of that nature, spells and stuff to cause things to happen in a good way. You know what I'm saying? And for me, what I'm into, I've always been into top guys, and energy and all of that always mattered to me. But meeting Jay, I guess I was deceived, but later on it felt like it was for a purpose. The reason why we were together, I'm a church boy, grew up in the church, love the Lord, and Jay is the opposite in a way. And it's hard being in a relationship where you constantly feel like you are leading a person who is totally opposite from you to God. When a person is not as open to being in a relationship with God and more so into being in a relationship with myself or my image or my boo or the human being, I'm more so into being in a relationship with God than loving the next person, because I'm fully aware, I'm 100% aware that I cannot love anybody if I do not have a relationship with God. And to have a relationship with God, you must love him and be in love with him. I'm more than love him. I'm in love with God. I'm so in love with him. Nobody has ever done me the way God do me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't get enough of his love. RHOA. Y'all go check out RHOA. I can't get enough. RHOA's I can't get enough is the bomb. I might put it at the end of this. I might put it at the end so you guys can see a little bit of it. But she really kills that. And the video is on her YouTube. I can't get enough. And it sounds like she's talking about a man, but she's talking about Jesus Christ. She's talking about God. And that's just how it is. For me, a turn on for me is good energy, your breath smell good, and you have to be open to learn or grow a relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? And Jay checked those boxes. Jay was open to learn. We took those witchcraft books that Jay was drawing in and writing up, and we set them on fire. And we put them away and casted them out. And Jay also is open. Like I said, that's her being open to wanting to know Jesus Christ. But it's not easy. Also, Jay doesn't have stank breath. Jay breath always, and I'm not just saying something, Jay for the most part has good smelling breath, and Jay doesn't pass gas and fart a lot. Jay has good gastro. Gastro matters. If you don't have good intestines, then your shit probably stink. Everybody's shit stink, but your shit probably smell like death. Your goddamn farts probably stink, and your breath probably stink. For my wife, who was my husband when we first met, but of course, as you guys know, is transgender, her breath never stinks, and her energy is on. When we argue, because Jay is a Leo, she sometimes is a little bit more sensitive, a little bit more outrageous with the arguing. But for the most part, Jay is educational-wise smarter than me book-wise when it comes to education. I have more street smarts. Jay has more educational smarts. And so where one lacks, the other is picked up in it. We have an OnlyFans coming soon where we're going to discuss sex and relationship, our relationship, your relationship, their sex, our sex, your sex. And Jay will be the main host there. I will just be special guest hosting on the show every now and again. And we'll have special guests come in and out, and that's coming to OnlyFans only, not here on YouTube. But it's just not been easy, you know what I'm saying? And so I just want people out there who are in a relationship with a person that don't pray as much as you, that don't have a relationship that you have with God, to continue to pray for that person and continue to pull on that person. And when you can't take it anymore, I can't tell you to keep going, because there's been times where I feel like I can't take it anymore, and I don't give up. I continue pushing. Even if I got to go take a breath for a minute and rethink my thoughts of how I feel. Thank God a little bit, praise him a little bit, talk to him a little bit, and allow the Holy Spirit to move on my heart. And then I may feel a little different. And then you may feel like you want to kick through and fight some more. You get a little boost of energy when you do a prayer and say, Lord, help me, give me the strength to keep going. I just can't take it no more. But Lord, help me, give me the strength to keep going. And sometimes he will. And for the most part, he will. Okay. Now, if he's been telling you to get out of this relationship, he probably gonna be like, blow you a little bit of wind, because he's just a graceful, good God. But for the most part, you're gonna be left out there on your own, because he told you to get up out that relationship. And there are people out here who are stuck in relationships, and it's hard to leave, like Christian Rock, and I feel bad for them. But just know, when you got a support system behind you, push. The easiest thing to do is when you got God. When you got God, you don't need humans. You don't need fleshly humans. You know that if I step out here on faith, God gonna make a way for me. And for a person like Krishan, she got money to go get a place. She living in California, she can go get a place and get help and do what she need to do. She's choosing to stay in this relationship. And sometimes when you look at what's around you and what's benefiting you, you might want to stay in a relationship because it's benefiting you. But you have to make the best decision for you, your sanity, your mental. And that's one thing about me and Aquarius for the most part. Peace and sanity matters to us more than anything. If I feel like I'm gonna go insane, I'm out of here. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna argue with you and I'm gonna blow a conniption, or I'm gonna blow my mind arguing with you. I'm out of here. I'm not doing it. You can have it. You won. I'm sorry. You can have it. I'm done. Bye-bye. I'm not going to argue. I will drop it and make you feel like you right and be absolutely thinking I'm right in my head, but tell you right and go on about my business because I don't have the time. There's more important things than to be sitting here stressing and arguing about something so stupid and small. And that's why they say Aquariuses are the most nonchalant sign. Anyway, keep pushing through, people out there of God who are in relationships that are very hard. Pray about it. Ask God what is in his will. What do you want me to do? Don't get your ass beat. Don't be sitting there getting your ass beat and let somebody beat your ass and tell my Lord, do I stay or do I don't? You don't. That's nothing to ask God. You get the fuck out of there. And if you beat his ass and he beat your ass, y'all both need to go to counseling. Because you can't go knock him upside the goddamn head and he knocking you upside the head and you ask God, should I stay? Well, ask God, should you stop putting your damn hands on him too? Okay, it go both ways. Then y'all need to go to counseling and work on that shit. Anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in to the Sunday Flow Show. That is my gospel music podcast. I have a gospel music podcast and YouTube show. So I upload the podcast on YouTube, but I upload the podcast from YouTube onto Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, everywhere podcasts can be heard. Listen, everywhere podcasts can be heard. A Sunday Flow Show. It's the Urban Binge Radio Podcast. So make sure you search the Urban Binge Radio Podcast, iHeartRadio, Apple Music Podcast, Google Podcast, Alexa, everywhere you can listen to podcasts. Just search for the Urban Binge Radio Podcast, Sunday Flow Show, or come here to YouTube if you want to watch the visuals of Sunday Flow Show. But make sure you check it out, Sunday Flow Show, for your dose of inspiration. We discuss hot topics, discuss Christianity and true African ethnic Christianity, and really deep hot topics that regards to our native Christianity. So make sure you tune in. That's all I've been talking about this year, and we have a couple more episodes left. We only do it for a few months, for a couple of months, and then we're done, from January to April, and then we're done. So at this point, we're about to be done in April, but you can always tune in and watch it. It'll always be here on YouTube. It'll always be on the podcast. Make sure you check out your Sunday Flow Show. It's a My Sunday Flow Show. So you say My Sunday Flow Show. My Sunday Flow Show is yours. Like personal thing. My Sunday Flow Show. What you listening to? My Sunday Flow Show. Oh, your Sunday Flow Show. What's your Sunday Flow Show? You got a Sunday Flow Show? No, you can say My Sunday Flow Show. I say My Sunday Flow Show. I know that sounds lame, but it's My Sunday Flow Show. Make sure you tune in, Gospel Music Radio Podcast, so you get your dose of church in right there on the radio before you make it to the church, before you go to church or after you leave church. It doesn't matter. Also, make sure you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, The Urban Binge, everywhere, The Urban Binge, and check out the YouTube channel, The Urban Binge. So subscribe to The Urban Binge on YouTube, and make sure you hit the subscribe button here, Rico Live. Hit the subscribe button here, Rico Live, and go to The Urban Binge YouTube channel and hit subscribe. Okay, hit subscribe on both channels, and make sure you hit that thumbs up right here on this video. Hit the thumbs up, everybody who's watching. Please hit the thumbs up, and thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Everybody last week for tuning in, everybody who's probably tuning in now, I really appreciate it. And I know I do a lot of excuse my Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for tuning in.
The Urban Binge Radio Podcast,
where we discuss viral topics, hot jams, new artists, fun, and informative interviews and conversations. This is your news stop for the hottest trend in urban culture news. 2 shows, 1 podcast, The Urban Binge Show and Sunday Flow Show, powered by The Urban Binge.
The Urban Binge Radio Podcast. Listen anywhere podcast can be heard.
Haters like, am I going to hell for the things that I could wear? I ain't gonna hide my blessings when I know it's made a way. I'ma sweat it out. Gotta keep my hands high. Only one shot. Thank God for what I got. Now let's go. Gotta thank them for what I got. a new song.